Welcome and hello there. Let's have a go with several fascinating and rather unusual facts, shall we? It's always our pleasure to delight and entertain you. Right then, let's go for it. More than a coincidence? Mark Twain was born shortly after Halley's Comet appeared in 1835, and he famously said, "I came in with Halley's Comet in 1835. It is coming again next year, and I expect to go out with it." He indeed passed away the day after the comet's closest approach to Earth in 1910. The term nightmare originally referred to a demon or goblin that sat on people's chests while they slept, causing bad dreams. The mare part comes from the Old English mare, meaning a goblin. The safety pin was invented by Walter Hunt in 1849. He created it to pay off a $15 debt and sold all of his rights to the invention for $400, a decision that cost him significant future earnings. The world's most expensive ice cream sundae, the Golden Opulence Sundae, is available at Serendipity 3 in New York City. It costs $1,000 and includes Tahitian vanilla ice cream, edible gold leaf, and caviar. A little too rich for my taste, if you ask me. In Sufism, the mystical branch of Islam, the practice of whirling dances performed by dervishes, members of a Muslim religious order, is a form of meditation and spiritual devotion aimed at achieving a closer union with God. Dervishes first appeared around the 12th century. Despite being associated with Chinese cuisine, fortune cookies were actually invented in Japan and popularized in the United States. Japanese émigrés to the US in the early 20th century couldn't open Japanese restaurants because Americans didn't want to eat raw fish. So they opened Chinese restaurants because chop suey, chow mein, and egg foo young were in higher American demand. Their fortune cookies also became a popular meal finish.
Isaac Newton, most famous for formulating the theory of universal gravitation, is said to have been deeply invested in the study of alchemy, devoting a significant portion of his time and writing to the subject. In fact, many consider it was an obsession for him, given the extensive amount of notes and experiments he conducted. Newton wrote more on the subject of alchemy than on mathematics and physics combined. The record for the longest breath-holding time underwater is incredibly over 24 minutes. In March 2021, Budimir Shobat of Sisak, Croatia, set this world record. He trained for 3 years to achieve this, and he purposely hyperventilated with pure oxygen before his attempt, and focused on his heartbeat while underwater. I'm getting a bit winded just talking about this. Have you any guess what the oldest known musical instrument is? It's the flute. A flute made from cave bear bones was discovered by archaeologists in Slovenia in 1995 and is estimated to be around 50,000 years old. Some of the earliest music itself, however, was likely made using drum-based instruments like sticks and rocks, which were the most readily available at the time. The city of Amsterdam in the Netherlands is built on millions of wooden poles. True story. Geological estimates state that the city is supported by around 11 million poles to prevent sinking into the soft ground beneath it, as the city sits largely below sea level. These poles on average are typically 15 to 20 meters long. Forests can create rain. Really? Through a process called the biotic pump, forests draw so much water from the soil that they can actually generate rain clouds. Trees absorb water from the soil and release it as water vapor through their leaves, adding moisture to the air. The vapor can then condense into clouds when it reaches cooler atmospheric levels. How about that? Magiricophobia may be a hard word to pronounce, but it's a real condition. Magiricophobia is an extreme fear of cooking, and people with this condition will likely avoid cooking altogether, or even just the thought of it. They may be afraid of cooking for large groups, cooking for themselves, or making specific foods. They may also worry about making mistakes or dwell on past mistakes that could be embarrassing or traumatizing.
So, did you like it, yeah? Comment below your favorite. See you round again. And thanks.